And now to a water crisis in North Georgia. Summerville residents have been without clean water all month with no end in sight.
Yeah, the city says test results showed high levels of chemicals that are often used to make carpet and fabric in the drinking water. We have team coverage for you tonight. National investigative correspondent Mark Hyman will take a closer look at that chemical and dangers that come with it in just a moment.
We start tonight with Abby Kirk. She's live to show us what residents can do as city leaders scramble to find a fix. Abby.
Yeah, they just closed up here, but for the past week, residents have been able to come right outside here at City Hall, where city officials have been passing out thousands of cases of water bottles. But open 24 hours here is actually this huge water tank available for all residents to fill up their own containers. It's quite ironic Summerville is facing a water crisis when water is literally covering the entire city. Nearly 600 residents picking up cases of water Monday. That's 540 people. The city is told to not drink unfiltered water after sample results on January 30th showed levels of certain chemicals that's above what's considered safe by the EPA.
Have a good one, buddy.
Yeah, it's scary. We don't know when it's going to be fixed.
On their website, Summerville told residents that chemicals showing elevated levels on the tests are called PFOA and PFOS. These chemicals are typically used to make carpet, clothing, and paper packing for food. EPA says exposure to these chemicals have serious health concerns, such as issues with reproduction and breastfeeding. Recent testing of the chemicals at the Raccoon water plant showed treated water tested nearly 20 parts higher than what's considered acceptable by the EPA. NewsChannel 9 discovered the EPA's rule changed in 2016, lowering just how much was acceptable. The State Department of Conservation says this is the first time they've tested since the new rule went into effect, bringing up questions about how long those chemicals have been in the water to this degree.
Bye. Have a great day.
In the meantime, the only place in city limits allowed to serve water and ice, this McDonald's.
As needed, they're able to come by, get free water, ice.
They say they're just doing their part.
We worked hand in hand with the health department, the state officials,
to support this community in crisis. EPA officials do say that the water can be used to wash foods. You can brush your teeth in it. You can shower in it as well. But if you do any of those activities, just make sure to not swallow any of the water. Reporting live in Summerville, Georgia, Abby Kirk, News Channel 9.
Abby, thank you. And for nearly a year, National Investigative Correspondent Mark Hyman has been looking into widespread contaminated drinking water throughout the United States. Last year, he sat down exclusively with the attorney who has been sounding the alarm about toxic water for decades now. Hollywood even made a movie about his 20-year legal battle with chemical giant DuPont over a harmful chemical in the drinking water of Parkersburg, West Virginia.
I defend chemical companies.
Well, now you can defend me.
In the movie, as in real life, corporate defense lawyer Rob Bilott took on the case of a small rural farmer.
Whatever's killing those cows is in the drinking water.
When we met with Bilott at his Cincinnati office last summer, he told us just how big a problem water contamination is. Is it your sense that what you saw in Parkersburg, West Virginia, was not an isolated incident?
It's certainly not an isolated incident. You could have similar issues in other areas across the country where, frankly, we don't know, that particular chemical was used in the manufacturing process for years and went up into the stacks and out into the river or into the local landfills.
The toxic substance at the center of Bilott's legal battle is called PFOA, a man-made chemical linked to cancer and other deadly diseases. It's part of a larger class of chemicals known as PFAS that have raised alarming health concerns nationwide. In our investigation, we identified more than 1,900 locations where there is suspected or confirmed PFAS contamination of groundwater, private wells, and public water systems.
I just got a bad hand.
For years, Lorene Hackett of Hoosick Falls, New York, chalked it up to bad luck that she's had so many serious health problems. But she now blames it on a lifetime of exposure to PFOA, which was used in a nearby factory.
I tested in some of the higher levels in the Hoosick Falls area. Never stepped foot in a plant. I've had health issues for 30 plus years that never made any sense.
And that was Mark Hyman reporting. Again, PFOAs are the chemicals that were found in Summerville's water. Summerville leaders shared a list of what they're going to do to inform residents and fix the problem. You can find that list at our website, newschannel9.com.